Hey, what's up, y'all? Welcome back to Texas Pete Unfiltered Podcast. And I have a very special guest today. I'm sure it's a very familiar face to y'all. I got the wife on here, Nancy. Nancy, welcome to the podcast.
Thanks, Pete.
So this is definitely not something that we had planned at all. This is something that somebody asked. Hang on, let me straighten this. Somebody asked a question yesterday on my story. Um, about marriage and marriageable slash relationships in a prep. And I figured, heck, you know what? I think a lot of people struggle with this, and it'd be good for them to hear from somebody. We've been married for 11 years, so and we've done. Now, I wasn't bodybuilding when we got together. I was just weight training. You know what I mean? But we've been bodybuilding now, I guess, about 6 years, which is crazy to think. Yeah, about 6 years. So, and I've done 9 or 10 shows, whatever it is. And she's been with me rocking and rolling in all of them. You've done shows too. I don't think everybody knows that. You want to talk about that a little bit?
No.
No?
I mean, sure, uh I did 3 shows, right? 3?
You did 3 of them. Yeah. Yeah.
Um, I think I loved the glam part of it,
The glam, you say? Okay. Yeah.
and I think I didn't love training, but I loved the way that I looked. So,
Okay.
I didn't think it was the boys were getting older, and I just didn't think that it was, like, something I was so passionate about, especially watching you be passionate about it. I'm like, That's not me." So because it's so expensive. It's time consuming, it's expensive. I feel like there was no point of me doing it when I didn't care to make it to like the pro stage or
Yeah, no, for sure, for sure. I think, and that that's definitely that's a normal thing. A lot of people get into this, and it ends up being a one show and done type of thing. I think you can do not disturb your notifications. I do it on mine. She's such a popular girl. Um, that's actually a question that's on here. We'll just answer this. Get this one out the way. This was from Z Myers 690. How do you find someone who trains and has similar values? I don't want to approach at the gym. Well, how did we meet, babe?
say it again
How did we meet?
at the gym.
Okay. How did it go? How was was I like super smooth or what was it about?
You slid into my DMs, but it was. I feel like I kind of made the first move, right?
Okay. Yeah.
You came up on my explore page, and I had seen you at the gym.
Yeah.
We're working out with someone at the time, so I was like, "That's I think that's his girlfriend." But I had seen you. Now we know, but
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I'd seen you and I thought that was your girlfriend, so I was like but
Be respectful.
you were still my gym husband, uh,
Okay. Okay.
and then I saw you on my explore page, and I was,
Yeah.
"Oh my god, that's the guy." I was with Jenny, my sister,
Yeah.
"That's the guy from the gym, that's my husband." So I'm, like, creeping on your Instagram, trying to see, like, if you had a girlfriend or whatever, and I liked
Yeah.
one of your old pictures,
Yep.
and I freaked out, and I was like, such a f I'm such a creep. So, I like few other my roommates were like, "You should just like a few other pictures, so it looks like you're just trying to get his attention and not creeping on him." And
Yep. And
and
I did that.
and then you slid into my DMs.
Exactly. So yeah, so this guy has some questions. I don't think it's a creep, man. I don't think it's creepy. You make it creepy if you beat around the bush. If you're just like kind of direct about it. Well, one, she can creep any dude out. Look at her. You know what I mean? You can't be creeped out by if you're creeped out by her, then you're probably a little, But she, she like
Women give looks though, like, if they're interested, they're gonna be looking.
yeah, they do a lot of like you get the eye contact and
Yes.
stuff like
Yeah.
that. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
So, I
for
mean,
sure.
you kinda know. You kinda get that vibe. If you don't and they're not looking back at you or they're not being very friendly, they probably don't wanna be
Yeah.
up
Yeah.
but I feel like that's kind of the best place
To meet somebody.
to meet somebody with, like a fitness background.
Yeah, I mean, if you're looking for somebody who's in the gym, yeah, I mean, obviously, right? But after that, so yeah, so I did. I slid in her DMs, and I said, "Hey," I said, I literally said, "Hey, beautiful, do I know you from somewhere?" And then she goes, "Oh yeah, from the gym. You work." She said, "You work at those this dude." She goes, "You work out with Brian." And I was like, nah, Brian works out with me. And then that led to conversation, man. And we went on our first date. I was a little douchey, and I was like, "Oh, do you want me to pick you up in my truck or on my motorcycle?" At the time, I had a Yamaha R6, and she's like, "Oh, your motorcycle." And this is so cute. I wish I had this on freaking video. So Nancy comes down her little apartment. Do I pick her up? She comes down. I give her a hug. She puts my motorcycle helmet on, and she does like this little runway walk. You know what I mean? It shows me a little something. And I remember thinking that was so cute, but that just set the tone for the whole date. That first
Yeah.
date, so awesome.
That was the first date ever.
Yep, yep. I got a little kiss. I got a kiss that night,
That's it.
and that was it.
Yeah.
That was it. It brought me back for more. I was like, she literally had me walk her up to her apartment, and I'm thinking, y'all know what I'm thinking, and it was just a kiss. But I was a kid, man. I was 20. I was 20. I was 20 years old. You were 22. Yeah. So yeah. Nancy is a couple years older than me, just a little bit. But yeah, that was our first date, and within like a couple days, I don't think we spent a single day apart from each other. I was crashing at her little twin on her twin bed, with I don't know how many roommates you had.
There's 3. There's 3 of
Three,
them.
three females who all were little party girls, and here I was. But yeah, that was good. It's pretty cool to think about. Pretty cool to think about. But yeah, to lead me to that, I think if you're obviously wanting somebody who has the same but similar values to you as far as fitness goes, not necessarily competing. I think it's actually not. It's when both of y'all compete, it's not always the best case. I think it's okay. Like we've done both. We've had where we were both competing, and now obviously we don't. And I think it does get to a certain point, maybe a level of competition of what everyone's trying to achieve, where the other one may need to step back a little bit from it, like kind of like like we did, right? Now you support me, like you handle business, which we'll talk about all this, but you handle business, um, as far as holding the household down, so I can compete. Because at this level, it is very serious. I do operate totally different as a man, a husband, a father when I'm this close to a show. So there's a lot that changes. And if we were both getting ready for a show, I couldn't even imagine. The kids would be like, we'd forget we had kids, you know what I mean? They wouldn't even be like, it'd be hard. But anyways, for this guy approaching females in the gym, obviously be respectful of their time in there. If they got headphones on and they're like beaming around, hitting movement, you know what I mean? They just don't want to be approached, then I'd maybe try to catch them,
I
you
don't
know.
think it has to be flirty at first. Like, it could
Okay.
be, like, introducing yourself.
Yeah, something simple.
Yeah. And just kind of, like, progressing as the day goes by. And
Yeah.
like, women who are taken or want people to know that they're taken will say,
Yeah.
like, "Oh, yeah, me and my husband, we come here."
Yeah.
My husband, whatever, or
Okay.
or whatever.
Would it make more sense? Like, would you rather somebody come up to you and be just instantly be like, "Hey, I just want to introduce myself. I'm so and so," and just start it that way, or should he be like, "Oh, hey, like in this movement," or "Oh, do you like this machine? I really like this machine too." Like, I think just approaching and just saying, "Hey, good morning. Yeah, I just want to introduce myself."
Yeah. I've seen you around a
That
couple times or whatever.
there you go, right? That's not creepy, and then
No, like, you've noticed
yeah, and
that.
then the ice is broken, then it's not weird anymore, and then you can kind of slowly make your move, you know?
Mhm.
Yeah.
I agree.
Okay. 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 I see that. Obviously, we've been out of the game, but we still
Yeah.
got game. We still got
Yeah.
game.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. All right. Let's see. So we'll just get into. Let's just go with what we want to talk about from the main topic. The main topic is relationships while you're in a prep. That was the biggest thing. The guy who asked it was a question, but that's what sparked this whole podcast. So let's just get straight into it. Okay, so obviously I've been prep for USA's. I'm now 6 days out, so we're about done. Let's go into man, there's so much to pick apart. Currently, let's just say currently right now, what is your biggest struggles as a wife with me in prep?
Wow. Uh,
I know.
maybe just not getting attention from you.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
would say that's probably the big
Just like the lack of attention, right? Like
affection. Yeah, like affect
more affection.
so affectionate with me
Yeah.
that like the last couple weeks you're so tired, obviously.
Yeah.
it's not just checking the boxes with bodybuilding and
Okay. And I think I noticed that too, right? Now there's things I do, like I try to do little things like, buy you flowers or
yeah,
say good morning, give you a kiss, like I'll text you when I'm at the gym for fasted cardio. "Oh, good morning, beautiful. Like, I love you so much. I couldn't be doing this without you." Like, right? I try,
yeah,
but you and I both know that it's still not. It in my head. I'm like, oh yeah, that's good. That's enough.
yeah,
But it's not. It's not the same. And that is a big difference. So like if you are somebody who if you're in a marriage whatever and you are wanting to get into a prep, I would highly suggest like if you are an affectionate couple, you know what I mean, to try to maintain that as long as you can. We do pretty well for the most part, I would say, and then we get to that like 6, 8 week out mark. Even like 8 weeks out, I feel okay, but I'm still very, very tunnel vision.
yeah.
So things are already different, and then it gets to the point where you're so tunnel vision, but I also feel terrible. So you lose things like as a man, and women go through this on a prep too when you get low body fat. But when you get low body fat, I don't have sex drive, I'm not pursuing sex, and that's a huge issue and something for us to adapt to, because that obviously that's a different type of affection, but it's still a connection that we end up kind of disconnecting on. It sucks. And I will say like the first few preps, first years, probably first 2 years were definitely the hardest when we were doing it.
Yeah.
And then, I got a little bit better at it. You got a little bit better at it. So we've been able to like
I think
manage.
also going through a prep myself is
Okay.
I think I'm understanding.
Yeah.
Yeah. I forget what it's like sometimes,
Hmm.
and I expect a lot from you. I think I just expect a lot from you because you give so much, like when you're not in prep, that
Okay.
giving your 110% like you usually do,
Yeah.
or and I feel like I'm kind of spoiled in a way. Like the other day when I was like driving around Dallas or whatever.
1 second. Ace, let Lucy out, please. Jeez. Okay. Go ahead.
Uh, I like drove to the colony and then I drove to Arlington and then I accidentally drove to Carlton instead of home and like, that
Oh,
drive me everywhere.
yeah.
You Yeah, like I don't even think like where is my car parked?
Hmm.
My doors are opening. Like I don't think about that stuff.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I think like that is I guess a struggle too because
Yeah. And I
it,
will say,
you're so good
I
at
mean,
that.
that's kind of a good thing. Not it's not a good thing. It's a good thing that's even a thing.
Yeah,
Right? It says that one that I perform and I'm a good husband outside of this setting. So but again, when you don't have that, it changes the dynamic of a
yeah.
relationship and then
Well,
it
I
runs
can
into
appreciate it too. Like
there you go.
it's not like when it's not happening and I get mad, right? Like
Hmm.
because even though I understand what you're going through,
Yeah.
and we talk about it when you're getting ready for a show and we talk about, well, we're going to try to do better in this prep or whatever, like
Hmm.
I'm still human. I'm still a woman and I have a lot of feelings. So I think I still get mad. I still get my feelings.
Yeah.
Um, but,
Absolutely.
but at the end of the day, it's because it's expected of you because
Yeah.
you've always done it.
Yeah.
But I also think that you do a lot of things that may not be like affection that show me love. Like like how I told you the other day, I'm like, I have not cooked my chicken. Like you've been making the chicken for us for like months.
Yeah.
And I don't even think about like having to make chicken because
Yeah.
you cook it for us. And I know that sounds kind of silly, but I know that you're making that chicken thinking like it's for me, my wife, and the boys, because the boys use that too. But
Absolutely.
you do stuff like that.
Yeah, yeah. No, and I think that's important for the competitor, is to do little things, clean the kitchen,
That's my goal.
I took vacuumed and took the trash out and, like, do little things, but the sad part is just it's just not I it's not enough to just wash everything and we're all happy-go-lucky, right? Now, granted, like, we have days where, like, we're pretty good, and then, but we do like, y'all, we're not gonna lie to y'all, like, I mean, I think it was maybe a couple days ago, we had an argument, and it got to the point where I was like, "I don't know what we're arguing about," and we're just you were just frustrated.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like, you were kept coming and coming,
yeah.
um and then we separated for about 10, 15 minutes, and you came in the kitchen, you hugged me and kissed me, and we were you know what I mean? Like,
Like I said, I took
that yeah, and
that.
that's just built up frustration from this, because there's no out. There's no out until the show is over. Like, I can't flip a switch and be happy and everything's all good to go, like, this is normal, the best the best you can be you can do the best I can be the best I can be, but it's still not enough because it's just different, I hate to make it sound negative like that, but it's just reality.
I think I also have to remind myself too. Uh, I always talk about how I think, yeah, like it gets hard. Like the last couple of months, it gets hard.
Yeah,
Like I've said, you put so much effort into me,
yeah,
into our marriage, and you coach the kids sports, whatever season we're doing, baseball, football. Um, you do all of that and you go above and beyond for us. That I think the last, what, like maybe month and a half, maybe 2 months, let's say,
yeah, yeah,
uh, of prep, like, yeah, it gets hard, but I feel like you deserve it.
yeah,
Like, it's okay for me to pick up the slack,
okay,
because,
and you do, absolutely, like,
yeah,
I've been preaching that, that's what I've been preaching on Instagram, man, I feel like that's, like, when I wake up in the morning and I go do my card well, y'all know me, man, I wake up at, like, 1 a.m. right now, but I do a lot of shit in the morning. And, Nancy and I, we've both been going to church very consistently, talking to God a lot, and just, pursuing that aspect of that avenue of life for me right now. And it seems like every time I might drive to the gym, by the time I get there and start my stairs, I have this need to just like send Nancy some emotional freaking video
yeah,
me just telling her how appreciative I am of her because all she does, like, she does pick up the slack. I'm not coaching football. I'm a coach. I'm like I'm slotted to be a coach, but I'm not out there right now because it's at it starts at 6 to 8 or whatever it is. Um, right now I'm in bed by I must sleep no later than 8:30. And instead of and Nancy could be like, look, dude, you actually get out there, bro. But she doesn't. She allows me to just bodybuild. She allows me to stay in my routine. Um, and that's like I know it for y'all who don't bodybuild, I'm sure maybe some of Nancy's friends will be watching this, and for those who like don't bodybuild, it's those little things like that matter drastically in somebody's progress, especially at the level that I compete at. Um, because instead of being on my feet for an extra 2.5 hours in the Texas heat, I'm at home doing what I need to do, taking eating my food, hydrating, blah blah blah, being pampered basically. And Nancy's out there in the heat, dude, hustling, and so that's just like again, that's a prep thing. Outside of prep, I'm there. Fucking, there's no I could have the flu, I'm there. You know what I mean? Like,
and I will
yeah.
let you,
There's no like.
not that you
um,
can't miss, but like, I'm like, no, we're going.
No, like, it doesn't that like, if
Yeah,
there's something that pops up, it's gotta be, like, very important. It'd have to be very important for me to not be there,
yeah,
and that's what Nancy expects, but 2, I love it. I love being out there. Right now, I have FOMO, like, I miss being out there, but bodybuilding now at this point is kind of I make a living doing so, you know what I mean? It's my brand. It's gonna if I turn pro, I probably attract more clients. We'll be the first owners to be actual pros of a Metroflex. Like, it allows me to compete with the best. Anyways, a lot of perks, a lot of benefits that our family will see. It's not just me. And that's how I see it. And that's what makes it so much more. So I'm driven so much more this prep is the fact that it is going to benefit us, like truly benefit us this time. Where in the past, you get to a point where I'm like, damn, I don't know, like, why am I even doing this? What is this doing for my family?
Yeah, like that first prep.
Yes, the first prep, y'all, shit. Should we talk about the first prep a little bit?
We don't have to get into
Oh,
detail.
I can see myself. I
But
can see,
no,
yeah. But yeah, so there's, it's obviously it benefits our family as a whole, and I'm assuming that's probably something that you think about too when you are doing these things. You are kind of like, damn, okay, like I need to let him do this because if he does do this, it's gonna benefit us financially wise, longevity wise. There's a lot of doors that have already recently opened for us that weren't open, say, fucking 6 months ago.
honestly, though, I think it's just this year has been, I've been, I think it's been easier to let you bodybuild.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
a little more understanding. I think just obviously time,
yeah.
uh, but it, I don't know. I don't know if it gets easier as you do it. I think you just know what
Okay,
to expect.
okay.
Hey, you remember that first prep? It was so expensive too.
First prep's tough, y'all.
Yeah. Yeah. And I was like, you want to bodybuild, you better make more money.
And she told me straight up, she's like, if you want to bodybuild, you got to make more money. That's what sparked me to push like my online coaching. And I think I was maybe already coaching like Adam.
Yeah. Yeah. That,
I think I was like coaching my buddy. Well, at the time he's a kid, he's in high school. I think I'm
he was like 7.
honestly,
Yeah.
I don't know if I was charging him. I can't remember. Anyway, and then at this time I was still new to like actual bodybuilding. I was powerlifting,
Yeah.
but I was very new to actual bodybuilding. So as far as like my
You,
connection,
you were coaching him for powerlifting.
yeah,
Yeah.
I was. Yeah, he was doing the powerlifting.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So 2020, I
Yeah.
started coaching him. Yeah, 2020, and then I guess that's what sparked it. So I was like, well, shoot, okay, let me try this online coaching stuff. And at the time, I didn't really know what I was getting into. I hadn't really followed bodybuilding. I didn't know. I knew how to eat. You know what I mean? It was very basic stuff. Yeah. But I said, hey, as soon as I make enough money, as soon as I make as much money coaching as you were making at your job, I said you can quit. And we did that, right? We did that pretty, I want to say super fast, but
Yeah. A couple months. Yeah.
a few months. So got her out of her job, and so she was able to, come home. And at that time, the boys were small, so she fucking had her hands full with the boys, and
It was
went
his
back to
mom. So
went
like,
back to school, and yeah, you know what I mean?
we're full, but it was just being a homemaker,
Yeah.
being a mom, being a wife,
Oh yeah.
which is more fulfilling than, I obviously, like, everybody is different, but for me,
Yeah.
being a stay-at-home mom and raising like, my little babies at that
Yeah.
time was more fulfilling than, uh, a career, I guess.
For
Or
sure.
like yeah, like a job, yeah.
Anyway, yeah, for sure. Yeah. I think, yeah, that man, I would definitely say not every mom has that genetic capability in them. It takes a special person to be able to do that for sure.
Well, see, like, I always knew that I couldn't wait to be a wife and a mom.
Yeah, yeah.
I like, later down,
I love that. Uh-huh.
I was, like, in high school, obviously, like, I would think about, like, "Okay, what do I wanna do as a career?" And,
Hmm.
when I went to college, I changed my major, like, 3 times.
Oh my gosh.
So but I wanted to be a wife and a mom so bad. Like,
Yeah.
that's I'm fulfilled.
Yeah,
Like,
I would say so. Yeah, I would say so.
what, 22, 2023? 'Cause we had Asen when I was 23.
Yeah.
I was fulfilled.
Yeah, 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 for sure, for sure. Is there ever any moments that you wish I didn't bodybuild?
Um, honestly, in the beginning, when you first started, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Um, that was hard. It was
yeah,
hard because it was expensive. Um, I feel like you were just becoming you were a police officer, right? Or you just had just became a
I like just started. Yeah.
yes, and I feel like you were so good at that,
Yeah.
um, that I saw, like, your potential in that
Yeah.
before I saw your potential in bodybuilding. And honestly, I feel like it wasn't until you and you won a couple of shows, but it wasn't until you, like, transferred to open bodybuilding or just bodybuilding from
Yeah. Yeah.
that I was like, "Holy crap, like, you could be you could be something."
Okay.
And just, like, everybody talking to you and, like, just the, relationships that you were making
Yeah.
and all of that. Uh,
Talking about, yeah, 2023 nationals.
yeah, uh,
Yeah.
but I'm not gonna lie, there is a few times where I'm like, "If he wasn't a bodybuilder, like, this would be so much easier." Or, like,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
just doing things these last couple weeks when, the boys are home with me. I'm up at the gym all day and the boys are there and we got 2 boys, 8 and 10, so they're wrestling half of the time, running around and all that.
Crazy. Yeah.
We get, like, overstimulated, right? So, I think at those times, I'm like, "Man, it would be easier if he
Yeah.
wasn't
Yeah.
watchable." Nah,
Yeah.
I could feel like that's a little selfish to
Yeah.
that way because I'm thinking, like, it'd be easier for me
Yeah.
to do that.
Right. For sure.
But, yeah, I mean, I feel like I've started to love it, like, the last, like, 2 2, 3 years, like,
Yeah.
I consider myself a bodybuilder, but I feel like I kind of train like it, I eat like it. But,
Yeah.
uh, so I do have a lot of love for it now. But so I yeah, it's very few.
Very few times, and I feel like that's totally understandable. Hell, I've probably questioned. I know for a fact I've questioned it more than you have. I'm like, because at the end of the day, I could still probably coach and stuff if I wasn't active. I think where I'm headed, it's gonna bring me more success in say in the fitness industry. But, I could have stayed a cop, and I could always go back and whatever. But I do thoroughly love it. Like I truly do love doing it, and
Yeah,
so
that's a big difference in our marriage too. It's like being with someone who loves what they do,
yeah,
career.
for sure.
Like you were talking in your other podcast with Chris and Joe about how you uh John noticed that you were happier in like the first couple weeks when we first bought the gym.
Yeah,
And just a happy Pete,
yeah.
just such a big difference at home too.
Gosh,
You were just your life is so fulfilled. Like,
yeah,
we bought the gym and you're a bodybuilder and like this is what you love to do. Like you can talk bodybuilding all day and you get to do that. And you were just a happier person.
yeah. And yeah, so I mean, I guess maybe like I said, I could have took up frisbee golf. If y'all know what frisbee golf is,
No,
she doesn't know. Well, I said that the other day. I said, man, I should have picked up frisbee golf. With him. If y'all know what I'm talking about, the game from Wii Sports where you throw the frisbee into the chains, comment on the video. Yeah, say something in there. Let me know. Give me. Yeah, you should have no idea, and maybe I'm wrong, but I'm a pretty extreme person, and I've
you would find a way to make it.
there's something yes, I'm going to compete in something. When I'm done with bodybuilding, I'll be on to the next thing. Who knows what that will be? I have to compete. After I played baseball growing up, after baseball, at the time I rode dirt bikes my whole life for fun, and then I started racing dirt bikes. After that, I found powerlifting, and I couldn't do that for fun. I competed in powerlifting for years, and then I came to bodybuilding. I was like, oh, I got to compete in bodybuilding. And so far, this is it right here. We're taking this one as far as we could take it. But you thinking that that you maybe wish I didn't do that's I totally understand. Now the thing is, and it's so hard because things get so difficult. Is the amount of time that you are like in this like really rough spot. It's so temporary. Like it is. It really is like a 6-8 week max window where things are totally different. Because, even in the off season, I still eat like a bodybuilder. We're not going out and drinking all the time. Like we're not, what I mean? Not a whole lot changed in our life anymore. Well, Nancy said, yeah, Nancy likes a few drinks. I don't drink, only on like Christmas or our anniversary or something like that.
I make
Um,
take a shot with me.
yeah, literally for you. Yeah, our vacation that we got coming up. Where are we going?
The
What's
Dominican
it called?
Republic.
Well, I know that part, but what's it like? What's it actually
Oh,
at?
where we're staying, like the resort.
Yeah, or
Uh,
just Punta? What's it? Punta
no,
Cana?
yeah, in Punta Cana.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, we're going there August 5th. I told her I'm gonna be surfing on my pro card, but I'm gonna put that thing down and surf.
Yeah, you better be.
I'm gonna go to the restaurant and be eating off of it. Yeah, it's gonna be awesome.
I love that.
But okay, that's okay. We'll just move on to this. There's so much shit to talk about. I want to try to keep it an hour, but I feel like I could go on forever. Um, is as the athlete, I guess male or female, is making that time up, right? Making that lost time up. I compete on the 25th of July. August 5th, we'll be on airplane rolling out to the Dominican Republic for what, 6 days, 7 days, and 6, 7, and then
Thank God.
I couldn't help it. So you know what I mean? We're gonna go out there, man. I'm not gonna bodybuild. All right. I'm gonna be, I'll be a week and a half post show. I'm fairly not resistant, but I'm pretty I carry a lot of muscle, so I can get away with some
What do
off
you mean
plan stuff.
fucking bodybuild though? Like, what does that mean to you?
When I'm there.
Yeah, like, what does it mean that you're like you said
Like,
you're
I don't think
bodybuilding?
well, like, as in, I'm not gonna have any plans of, like, training, and I'm not gonna, eat 6 meals a day. I plan to just kinda, like we usually end up working out on vacation anyways,
Anyway.
because we like to, like, we just enjoy it. But I'm not gonna get up and do cardio. I'm not gonna be taking my check-in photos. Well, maybe I'd probably do a set of check-in
Yeah,
photos. Okay, look,
you're
my
fucking
def yeah, I'll be bodybuilding, but, like, not crazy. I'm gonna have some drinks.
you're still bodybuilder, but yeah, you are gonna let
I'm gonna have an off-plan meal, once or twice a day. I'm gonna stay up past my bedtime, and we're gonna, I plan to dance and do a little something. You know what I mean? Like,
we're gonna
yeah, maybe pop some Molly and shit like that. Who knows?
you're
I don't know.
so crazy. Yeah.
I've never taken Molly. Settle down, y'all. I've never taken any drug, besides, But that's another topic. But yeah, just to make that time up back for them. You know what I mean? Give it back to them, because there's so much they deal with. They put up with your grumpiness. I promise you, even if you don't think you're grumpy, you could be like, man, I'm fucking handling this shit real good. This shit's easy.
Yeah.
Dude, you are not. They
Proud of
see
us. So happy right now. I'm so happy.
literally. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I was so like it's like a monotone. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
what's that little kid when she's like,
Are you
what's that?
crying? And she's like,
Yeah,
I'm not crying. I'm laughing.
I'm laughing.
Like,
It's
you're
literally
crying?
yes,
Yeah. I always
yeah.
say that too.
So that's
You're
literally.
like, what are you talking about? I'm so fucking happy right now. That was actually my one question from Camila.
Yeah.
How do I how do I handle mood swings?
Oh my God.
And I truthfully
Listen.
what?
I thought you just listened to me.
Yeah, it's like I just think I have to like ignore you.
Yeah. Yeah.
If it's not in prep and I feel like my brain obviously my brain knows it, but like I know that you're not in prep anymore and
Yeah.
the moment you give me some attitude, I fire back. Like I just can't help.
Yeah.
That's just who I am. It's in my nature. I'm Latina.
Yeah.
I can feel
Yeah.
what I want.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
But
Crazy.
but when you're in prep,
Yeah.
of course we have arguments. Like and then I think about it later. I'm like, there really is there's no point of that argument. I just, obviously like
You were wrong.
point where I'm like, all right, I need to say something back. Like
Yeah.
you're not gonna say that to me or whatever. Uh
No, for sure.
but for
And
the
that
most part, I feel like I just have to let you let you talk or
go through it.
like, what you're throwing a fit over your cream of rice or whatever. Like
Yep.
I just have to
Yep.
let it roll off and
Flavor Gang, Bowl Gangs, Code Texas Pete. But yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, support this. Use my code, y'all. People be doing that on their podcasts. Like they pause it, say they're sponsors. Let's do it right now. Let's go. Flavor Gang, Texas Pete, Stormbringer Nutrition, Texas Pete 10, Murder Pouches, Texas Pete, Gasp, Pete H, Meta Molecule, Texas Pete.
Authentic aminos.
No, and then that's all good.
I'm so
But
I,
anyway,
babe,
anyway,
I haven't been keeping up.
well, it's still active, but I haven't talked to the guy yet, so I don't think Josh is gonna watch this. But I will be exclusively working with Meta Molecule soon, per contract. But anyways, yeah, dude, when you use those codes, y'all, you support me like big time. Okay, I get kickback from it. Obviously it helps me my relationship with the companies, and that will lead to me having more time to do cool podcasts with my beautiful wife where y'all can hear very transparent stuff, I don't know any other couple throwing shit like this out there on the internet. Maybe I have no idea, but it's just cool.
I mean, I don't. Yeah, I don't watch.
You're not a YouTube girl. I don't know about y'all, but I watch YouTube all the time. Yeah,
I know.
you don't.
Just plays on my TV. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
I was gonna say something before that I thought was kind of important. Well, one, yeah, you talking about just how you handle the fits. But those are, and honestly, y'all, those are a lot of like, I'm just in a bad mood, right? And sometimes when you're in a prep, so obviously, if you're watching, if you're Nancy's friends who don't know bodybuilding, like I am enhanced. I take hormones, to be at this level of bodybuilding. If I wasn't at this level of bodybuilding, I wouldn't be taking these things. But it's part of the sport, right? And when between low body fat, you're tired, you're fatigued, things change mentally on some of these things, right? Um, you have moments where you're just frustrated, angry, and there's really no rhyme or reason behind it. I'm not saying I'm roid raging and fucking putting my head through a wall or nothing, but like you're just frustrated, and then you making cream of rice and it freaking bowls over in the microwave, and I'm cussing up a storm, and Nancy gets it, and that's the other thing is that I'm sure y'all know this, but typically the person that you're most comfortable with in your life, the people, if you have siblings and stuff, you probably do this to them. But like she gets a lot of my attitude. I put on a face when I'm out in public. Try to for the most part. Shout out to any of my gym members if I've been
You
what?
have so much a lot better.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah. But like yeah, you have moments where like I can't be perfect, man. I feel like I'm a pretty mentally like stable dude. I feel like I truly like I make intentional effort to control my stuff, my emotions. We all have our moments, and typically those moments get let out on your spouse, and that's
and I mean, just speaking in general, I guess like it's
just in general.
it,
Yeah,
yeah.
for sure.
Me too.
Like I mean, just the
All
2 days
the
ago.
time.
The 2 days ago, I was like, dang, like
With me?
yeah.
Look at me. I was.
I was about to call the wellness clinic, but hey, we gotta lower TRT, bro.
I was
But it's just yeah, it sucks. And I literally told her that. I think immediately after our argument and whatever we argued about, I think I told you, I said, hey, like I'm sorry that's something that like whenever it was something, or did I call? I can't remember. But anyway, I was leaving the gym. I went to the movies with the boys, came by the gym, it's pissing rain, whatever. I started getting a little bit hypo, and I didn't have the other half of my meal with me or whatever. I didn't want to eat there or what. When you're in prep, I want to eat in like my little safe environment. I don't want to be bothered. So like, I had my food, but I was pushing because I wanted to go home and eat, watch YouTube, and be in my environment. It's pathetic, but it's just one of the prep things, right? And somebody came in and started talking, and then like I was about to walk out the door, and she kind of asked me a question, something, and then I like snapped at her. I snapped at Nancy, and she just was so patient, gave me no attitude back, right? We said bye, kissed her. And on my way home, I called her and I freaking apologized. I said, I'm sorry. Like, I don't know. You don't deserve that at all. But I think it's just, you're so comfortable with your spouse, and you know that's not, I hate to say that, not that it's not going to offend you, but I know that you're going to take it. I think subconsciously that's what I know. I
yeah,
don't I don't think that. I'm not like, oh yeah, she ain't gonna do shit, bro. I'm gonna let her
yeah.
have it. Like subconsciously, I know that, and that's just kind of what happens. And that's something that this prep's about done now. I can't get too much attitude within the next 5 days. But that's something, the next prep that I do need to focus on improving. I could improve that somehow. But there's just a lot of little things. You also like those things stack up and eventually they'll come and you'll have your little yelling match and stuff like normal. We're not perfect. Nancy and I, we have a very good marriage, very, very blessed marriage. Like I'm beyond happy. But the prep will bring shit out of you. It'll just inevitably bring stuff out of you for sure.
Yeah. But it's so, when you think about it, like when we're done and we like talk about, like, remember that one time that we got into a fight and this was our first prep together.
Okay.
And I think we had just made the switch. We would do like our groceries kind of separately, or I don't even know, but we would have like, this is your food, this is my food.
Yeah, yeah.
And I took out the ground beef.
The beef.
Ground beef, remember that?
Mm,
Or it was your ground beef that you had purchased.
yes.
Oh, this is my ground beef. Oh, okay. So Pete and I, we don't have like separate accounts or anything. We never did like everything.
My money's her money, man.
Yeah. And if
Yeah.
I ever make
Her
money, it's mine.
her money, yeah, she do, you do. You have to man, y'all, you don't know, I know whatever, we have a rental house, so she, like, manages the rental house, so that's something that she does I don't even know about. I don't even know.
So whenever
I
when we fight, and I'm like, that's my house.
That's it, yeah, literally,
Yeah.
yeah. But, like, y'all, I don't even know where that like, what account that thing is, like, that's, so Nancy, we say Nancy's she's not a stay-at-home mom, dude, she does
Yeah.
it. Yeah, she
No,
gets
I
out
I
and
don't
shit.
I feel like I don't identify as a stay-at-home mom anymore because
No.
we do
I just say it just to flex on people, like, "Yeah, dog, I got that big money." Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, sorry, go ahead.
I forgot what I was saying. Oh, our
Okay.
beef. Our
Yeah,
So you were like, "You can have it.
yeah,
'Cause I don't have beef right now," or something like that. And
okay.
uh, then that day, your coach wanted you to have beef.
Oh, it was a refeed. I was getting a refeed
We're getting
meal.
you refeed, and you were just gonna do like ground beef or
They
whatever.
said it's steak. It was a steak. That was when Shauna coached me. Shauna used to give me, like, steak and rice. Yeah.
Okay, so then I was gonna cook it, but then you got it and you were using it or whatever, and I was like,
Yes.
"Wait, why do you have hands on my beef?" You were like, "This is my beef. I bought it." And I was like, "No, you gave it to me. That's my fucking beef." And we were
Yeah,
like so mad at each other. You were like, "What?
yeah.
That's my beef. No, I bought it. No, I need it." Like
My gosh. Yeah,
literally, babe, like what, 10 minutes later, we're crazy. We just fought over beef.
yeah, yeah, so there's
And
a lot of them.
I was so mad, like, when I get mad, I get, like, teary-eyed.
Uh-huh.
I'm so
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
mad, and I was so mad over that beef.
Oh.
Yeah,
Yeah, but stuff like that. It's stuff like that. You get really weird, like weirdly possessive and picky and OCD over your food.
and the
Yeah,
literally the AC by 1 number,
yeah.
you want it at 71, and I'll put it at 72 or 72, whatever,
It's a fight.
and I, like, will lock it on my phone.
Yeah,
I'll lock it, like, so you can't mess with it.
it
Like,
drives me
I love
insane.
though, right?
I think now it's been okay now, but I got that fan on me. Well, and that's the other thing is y'all like right now like now this is not like I don't think we've done this before where I sleep in a different room. I don't think we've done that.
Oh, yeah. Remember last prep, you in a
Well, I did go to the best yeah, you're right.
I don't know if it was the guest room or if it was the couch, but it was just cooler.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but right now I am sleeping in the guest room, and that's not like, I'm annoyed or nothing by her. It's just like I go to sleep so freaking early, and then so she's got to be tiptoeing around, so it's just easier for me to go in the guest room.
Be on you, and I will literally
Yeah,
put warmer, like a
yeah,
electrical
polar opposite. I'm like
cold.
I'm sweating right now. Yeah,
Yes. And then he's
yeah,
me. Nah.
yeah, yeah. It's a polar opposites on that.
Yeah.
Um, what are some other main stuff real quick before we can kind of hit a couple of these questions. What's something else come to your mind that you think people should know?
Oh, put me on the spot, babe. I don't know.
No? I feel like I mean, for the most part, like I said that before, as a relation as a
Oh,
marriage,
right.
as a what?
Sorry.
No, just saying, like, I think my biggest piece of advice is try to remind yourselves it's a temporary thing. Be flexible and just be flexible, be willing to compromise. I guess it's just a matter of just understanding like, hey, like this is how things are. It's okay. It's just a season. Support them the best you can. If that means you just have to give each other space for the last few weeks, and give each other space the last few weeks. Don't be offended by the low sex drive and different things like that. Like these are all, think about it, like what we were talking about, right? Or all these little things that we're talking about, none of them are like really major, right? Now, obviously, there may be people who experience way stuff, maybe adultery during prep. I've heard that before, like guys getting on certain PEDs and they go off and they can't control themselves, right? Like, I don't know. I've never done that, but it's like, you know, for the most part, what we experience is just the change in the life. My big thing is trying to make that time up to you, make it up to the boys. But I still make intentional effort to make the boys breakfast in the morning, buy them some donuts, take them to the movies, make your first meal. Like there's still things that you got to try to do, but it's just as the competitor, understand like it's not quite the same. So just stay consistent. I don't know. There's a lot.
As a wife of someone who like a husband who owns businesses, right? Like
Yeah,
you're gonna be busy
yeah,
and there's sacrifices
yeah,
when it comes to that. It's like support him or or don't support him and babysit him, you know?
yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
I'd
and that,
rather support you in your dreams and
yeah,
your your business ventures, right? Like,
yeah,
we've been there, right?
yeah.
And
And
that's
it's worked though. Like we do well, and that I guess that's a great piece of advice. Especially if you're the man, like if you are getting into this, please, 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 please understand. Don't let it be all consuming. Okay, you do like I get it. You're like it is so easy. Like bodybuilding, I want to bodybuild. As soon as you step off stage, you're like, oh shit, I'm gonna fucking gain 20 pounds of stage weight. Come back, like let's get to work, coach. Let's get to work. Or I get it. I've been there, but also need to understand like does the sport make sense for you and where you're at in your life? And if it doesn't make sense for you where you're at in your life, then it may not be for you. Okay. If you're putting your family in a spot where y'all are so tight on money that it's actually causing financial strain on you, it's probably not something you should do right now. At least take some time or do what I do. I got a side hustle and I made it work that way.
yeah,
Uh But yeah, don't if this shit doesn't make sense for you, it doesn't make sense for you. You have to be man enough and mature enough to understand that because there's no money here unless you are good. There's no like unless you're getting a name on social media, branding wise, like you have to. It's a very popular thing. And if you're not getting the exposure, if you're not getting the sponsors or the placings and stuff shows, like not a whole lot here, and it will put a lot of strain on you and your marriage. Yeah, for
yeah.
sure.
I
Um,
also I wanted what I was gonna say is that I think this is just my like, my experience. Um my one of my best friends, Caitlin, posted something the other day that I was like, I feel like I needed to hear it that and I reposted it on my story. I don't have followers.
oh, well, oh my god,
No, I know, but I feel that
y'all know Nancy could be like big on social media. She's just she is very. I guess you're conservative. Like this is. I know y'all don't know.
posting?
No, not really, not like that. You're very not conservative. This is what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to say is that y'all probably don't understand, but this is probably pretty uncomfortable for Nancy. Like
Oh yeah.
what's the saying? Wash your dirty clothes at home, or what do you say? Wash your
Yeah,
laundry.
yeah, yeah. No,
So
it's definitely been like hard.
yeah,
You put everything like that. You're very vulnerable on social media.
yeah,
Yes, and sometimes it's hard for me to see that or, like, if you talk about, like, our marriage or whatever, like, yeah, no, it's it's hard to see that because I don't post
yeah,
is going on in my life at all in
exactly.
my
Yeah.
what I was gonna say is that what she posted was, I guess, like, she honestly, she's such a good speaker. She speaks so beautifully, and she's so beautiful too. So she's easy to look at.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Yeah.
But she said that, like, think about your if you wouldn't have your if you wouldn't have your spouse anymore, like, if you wake up tomorrow and your spouse isn't there anymore, like, if something happened to him or whatever, like,
Wow.
them if you're struggling today with, uh emotional things or whatever, is, think about waking up tomorrow and your husband's not here anymore, your spouse, your boyfriend,
Mm,
they're not here anymore. Like it. So I feel like I needed to hear that, and because that's
okay.
so hard sometimes, right? Being a wife of a bodybuilder, especially the last couple of weeks, like it's like the home stretch.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And
That's gross.
I feel like we had such a good day yesterday because
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm gonna love on you, even though you can't love on me back. I'm gonna hug and kiss you, even though
Yeah.
you're gonna sleep.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give
Yeah.
you some love because I love you and I support you,
Yeah.
um, and you're my best friend.
Yeah. Oh, made me emotional.
Yeah, yeah,
But no, I mean that's beautiful. I mean and that's reality. As sad as that is, like as
yeah,
I know it's just a conversation, but like that shit happens.
yeah,
And I think that's an important thing for any couple to remember. And that's like I've always been big on like even if we're fighting, you know what I mean. I want to give you a kiss goodnight. I always say good morning. I like there's yeah you never know and that's you don't want to know obviously, but it's a good mindset to have. It definitely makes you appreciate and be more grateful for your spouse.
yeah.
Uh, and you do, you do a good job, baby. You do a really good job.
Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. You, you're definitely MVP, and like I say all the time, you hold it down. Um, because right now I am in that selfish part of the sport where I'm doing my thing.
Yeah.
But what do we went to the movies? No, I went to the movies yesterday with the boys, and dude, we still do. So I feel like, but we're at a different level of this. Like we've done it now. Like we're pretty decent at it.
Soon as you're off the stage, I am. It's like a
Yeah, let me say that. That's I think I'm gonna say that earlier.
yeah,
Is that this non-competitor, and this is something that you expect. You just put out there right now. That's what you fucking expect. Is but understand, like, as the athlete, I'm still coming out of a hole, and I'm still really technically, I'm pretty buried for a good 2 weeks or so post show, where the energy, body fat's still low. You don't magically go from 3% body fat back to like 8. You know what I mean? So like the energy's still low. A lot of the hormones are still in you; they're not quite out yet, and so you're going through a transition to back to like a normal TRT and stuff like that. So there's a lot of shit going on in the body, but they don't give a shit about that. So it's as I know, as soon as post show is, I'm gonna get my Texas Pete heavyweight chocolate bar in me, and I'm gonna show out for the wife, and that's you have to, So at that point, it's like you flip the switch back to husband, flip it back to dad. We still got to keep time. I'm not going to go on a rebound, obviously, but anyways, yes, that's okay. I think like obviously there's still some understanding, like dang, he's still tired, but like as far as the energy level goes and stuff, like I need to show out for you for sure because that's is what it is. That's how it should be. Yeah. Well, let's answer some questions. We're already at an hour. I didn't have too many, honestly. Um,
yeah.
who's a better cook?
I just got that one question. Who's a better
Who-
cook?
Yeah, yeah. It's from Mike Casterline.
I think
Mm.
I think you're a really good cook. Uh, when it comes to like meal prep food,
Yeah, like meal prep food. Yeah,
like other stuff, I think yeah.
yeah. You crush it. Yeah, everything you make always ends up pretty like damn good. You can even like new recipes. You always make like yeah, you're a good cook.
Like that one time that I forgot to season, I made spaghetti meatballs and I forgot to put seasoning
Oh,
meatballs and
it was like
they
super. It was like bland.
yeah.
I said I didn't marry a white girl. What is this? I say that, but grandma was a good cook. There's some good. Yeah. I'm saying, no white girls can cook. I'm just messing. I know Stacy's would be like, "Motherfucker," 'cause Stacy
Yeah,
cooks
and
all
she's
the
a good
time.
cook.
I guess she's a
Yeah,
good cook.
yeah,
Yeah. But no, you're definitely a better cook. Let's see, we pretty much answered a lot of these, honestly.
yeah,
How do you support one another during prep? What are some things you should think about before dating, marrying a competitor? Yeah, I mean, that's all I had. And then yours was just the one from Camila?
yeah.
Okay.
I would say that, like, how I support you is by as a wife, right, and, uh, the mother of your children is
Yeah,
by I feel like I don't support you, like, uh, commenting on your stuff all the time and, like, talking about bodybuilding and all of that. Like, you talk to your friends and your coach about all of that. I feel
yeah,
the way that I support you is by taking over things that you can't do or you just don't you're you don't have mental capacity to do it. So I think the best way that I can support you is I got the gym, I got
yeah,
the kids, like, you know, you finish this and
yeah,
got it
for sure.
for 2 months. That's it.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's not quite too much. Like, I'm still
Yeah.
out there, maybe it's definitely for the last month, 100%,
Yeah.
100%.
Yes.
Because I was still training clients up till 6 weeks out.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's I mean, that's a huge thing. That's a huge thing.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's definitely how you do support me. And like I stay up, like
Letting you
I
bodybuild. I let you like
you love the bodybuilding.
years ago, when you weren't making money from this, like my support was you love it so much, like
Yeah,
I'm gonna let you do it.
yeah,
You're happy.
yeah, for sure.
If it makes sense, right?
Yeah,
Because you would have to wake up at 3 in the morning to go get your cardio in, work out, and then go be a police officer, come home, go to the kids' practices, and we were on
yeah,
the field 6 times a week,
yeah, it was
like
rough.
yeah,
Yeah.
how to make that work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so anybody out there who says you can't do it all, you can. I'm in a place in my life now where I don't have to. I'm very
I
thankful.
feel like if you want it
Uh,
bad enough, right? And that's
yes.
honestly, that's kinda why, like, I stopped because, yeah, I'm like, "Oh, I have to do this, and this, like, I don't have time to work out every
Time for yeah, yeah,
I can make time, but
yeah,
you're gonna make time for the things that you love, and you love
yeah,
bodybuilding, so you're gonna make
yeah,
time for it.
for sure. That's great advice. That's great advice. Um, I think, um shoot.
Preferring
Yeah, dang it, I was saying something related to that, the support system. But yeah, I don't know, that I mean, it is huge. It's definitely a big thing, and, it's without that, yeah, yeah. But anyways, I guess that's about it. What else do we have? Anything? I'm trying to think of anything I wanna touch on before we hop off. What are you looking forward to most once prep's over?
the first thing that came to mind, I'm not gonna say out loud, and then the second one would be, the New York, just vacation with you.
Yeah, for sure. Hell yeah. Yeah, we have such a good time. I feel we have like you have to understand, Nancy and I were literally best friends. We got together when we were kids.
Yeah,
Uh, we were kids, man. So like,
we've seen
I
different versions of
yes,
her, yeah,
yes. I own nothing but my truck and my motorcycle. you know, I was still living at home. We were just kids. We have to literally, literally became like a man with her, and same thing. She became a woman like with me. So like, we've seen so many different versions. We know every inch of each other, So like when we go on vacation, all this stuff we talked about it. We were actually talking to the boys about it the other day. It was like, when was the first time we went to Disney World? It was like with the boys. When was the first time we went out of the country? Or no, not no. What did we ask him about?
but just traveling.
Traveling, like to Destin, Destin. It was with them. Like there's just so many things that when they've experienced it as their first, it was our first too.
Yeah,
So we're all going to the Dominican Republic. We're taking the boys. It's our first time for all of us. Now we've actually been out of the country a few times. We went to Bora Bora. That was our first time.
yeah.
Went to Bora Bora, went to Guatemala, we went to Mexico, and now this place, so 4. Uh, that's all first for me. You know what I mean? Like, there's so many first things that we've experienced together. So us going on vacation like this is super cool. I got freaking like a little kid on Christmas morning,
Uh,
thinking about it.
yeah.
Um,
The most fun vacation we've ever had is Disney World.
Disney World's awesome.
Don't sleep on Disney World. Like it, if you have,
Literally.
I mean, honestly,
Yeah.
I I don't know if I'd pay to go back just you and I. Like, I'd rather go to like a beach or something.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But Disney World, like with your kids, it literally is so magical. Like they're
Dude,
if like 10 and under, I feel like it's so fun for them.
yeah. Yeah.
Because they're having so much fun and we're having so much fun. Like it's just
Yeah.
so much fun. But now
Yeah, it was a freaking blast.
we can go to a different country and like I mean, they're still young, but we'll have fun with them. Like we can go do
Yeah.
activities with them and it'll be
You're
fun.
saying, like, at the age they're at now, yeah, they're like fun to hang out with. They're not like,
They're
"Ugh, get
yeah,
away from me," but yeah.
yes. I mean, they still are crazy and we still get
But yeah.
whatever, but they're so funny.
Yeah, yeah, they have, like, their own they tell jokes, and they get, like they understand some humor that we do, you know?
Yeah.
Uh, yeah, so they're a good age, man. They're a good age. Oh, I mean, that's another thing too, if you're in prep, like, it's hard, be patient with your kids. They don't understand. That's something that you'll learn as you go, but just you'll have your moments, but just be patient with them. They
Thing that I won't like, I guess, won't tolerate
yeah, you don't,
is if you ever get like snappy with
yeah,
with me, whatever, like, we'll talk about it later. Sometimes I bark back, right?
yeah, yeah,
But with the kids, like I will let you know if even
yep,
if you don't mean it, because I know
yeah,
you don't mean it, right? But like even if
yeah,
you don't mean it and you hurt their feelings,
mhm.
they know dad. What do they used to say? Dad's a robot right now. Dad's like a
Yeah, he's a robot, yeah, yeah.
robot. But I will make you go apologize to them. I will talk to them. Or,
Yep, yep. Yeah, that's a big thing for sure, and
yeah, they don't understand. They don't. They know a little bit, but
yeah.
they don't deserve.
And now I always know when they're, like, over it because they keep asking me, "Oh, Dad, how many days to your bodybuilding show?
Yeah.
How many days to your body?" I'm like, "Dang, dude, just tell me you're over it." Yeah. Yeah, because they know, they'll, like, offer me food. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Such a good dad.
So you what?
You're such a good daddy.
Thank you, baby. You're a good mama. They're lucky kids, We get compliments on them all the time on their behavior. The gentleman at church this morning told me, told Ace that you must have good parents because the way Asen went up and shook his hand, introduced himself.
We talk about that anytime we go anywhere.
Big on that. Yeah, yeah, we get that a lot.
So
Yeah,
you look them in the eyes and you give them a firm handshake and you tell
damn
them,
straight.
like, yeah,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
it's not, yeah. I mean, we're always reminding them.
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, and man, we could go on forever, but there's a lot of positives that come out of bodybuilding too. Like this isn't all obviously this is direct this whole podcast is basically like to expose negative things out of out of relationship.
Yeah.
But like there's some positives, man. You form very good discipline habits. I'm sure you much rather have your spouse addicted to the gym and not doing crazy shit and partying with his buddies on fucking boy trips and all that stuff. And then your kids, it sets good examples for them, and they look up to me, and they want to be strong and big, and they eat their chicken and rice, and Nancy eats that way too. And she's tripping like y'all. Nancy still she basically body builds, but just doesn't get on stage. But like, yeah, maybe that's another podcast we can do. But there's a lot of positive benefits that I think benefit
Yeah.
benefit us as a family. You know what I mean? So obviously, like we wouldn't be doing this if it was all freaking terrible. Like we are making, we're making gains out of it as a family
Yeah.
too. Yeah, 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 literally.
Yeah. And like Aston, our oldest, our 10-year-old, anywhere we go,
Yeah,
he wants to walk in with dad.
he wants to walk in with me. Yes.
And Theon is starting to do that way. To be
Yeah.
clear, is he wants dad to come to eat lunch with them.
At school, yeah,
He wants everybody to know, like, that's dad. And whenever you show up to like field days and stuff, like all the kids just love you and like
yeah,
they see like, oh, AC's dad is so strong and like it's
yeah.
positive, like
It is, for sure.
flex for them. And that's so wonderful
Yeah,
to see is
yeah,
how much they uh appreciate what you do. Like they think you're so cool. Love
yeah.
it. Yeah.
No, for sure. So, yeah, that's I will say that for another time, but that's I mean, that's a huge thing, and it makes me feel good too. It makes me feel good for sure. Obviously, you want your kids to look up to you like that, and
Yeah.
I feel bad for all the other dads when I walk by and their kid goes, "Dad, look at his muscles," or "Dad, why don't you have muscles like that?" I'm like, "Oh, ouch."
Yeah.
Oh, man. But, no, you'll realize, man, as especially if you have a family and you're doing this, you'll realize that, like, it really isn't a very selfish sport. Like, it's something that, you kinda do as a family in many ways. It just gets selfish this last bit of prep.
Yeah.
Uh, but other than that, it's not like that. Like, I think there's more positives than negatives. I'm a pretty realistic dude, and if it was that hard on us, I wanna do it, but
Yeah. I mean, you
yeah.
asked me before.
Yeah, absolutely, straight up. I tell you all the time, the moment you want me to be done, I'm done, so, yeah. Yeah, I say it all the time, for sure. Okay, well, wanna wrap it up? Alright, how was it? Was that fun?
Yeah.
Was your first podcast?
Yeah. I was just
Yeah,
you.
yeah,
Yeah.
I think you did good. I'm sure people are gonna like this one, so but other than that, y'all, so I appreciate you. It is Sunday. Hopefully, y'all had a good Sunday and got your butts to church. I know I was dragging this morning, but we still made it, and it was a good service. That's another thing, y'all. Keep God in your family,
Yeah.
especially
I like
during
it
these
this morning. I
times.
was like, we don't have to go. 'Cause I knew they
Yeah,
were tired. I was tired.
I still dragged you.
And you were like, no.
Yeah. So, keep God in the center of your marriage and your family, and he will guide you through this for sure, for sure. So, okay, I guess we're gonna hop off. Please leave comments, like, subscribe. If y'all want to see more of my beautiful wife Nancy, let me know, and I will bring her on because she's in the other room, 2 feet away from me. So, but yeah, so thank y'all so much for coming on and watching and supporting. Good.
Yeah. Oh, bye.
Want to say bye? Bye.